Now on 4 News Now at 6, police trying to track down a man who screamed racial slurs and threatened students at Eastern Washington University. What the man was doing before the arguments broke out.
Our summer-like weather is coming to an end. I'll let you know when you can expect a major drop in temperatures in your First Alert forecast.
And major changes coming to Meade. How the community will look once more than 400 acres of land is fully developed. You're watching 4 News Now at 6. And thank you for joining us this evening. I'm Kirsten O'Connor. Campus police at Eastern Washington University are searching for a man they say threatened to shoot students on campus while he was collecting signatures for a petition. Natalie Grant is live in studio now with what we know about this situation. Natalie?
Well, Kirsten, according to campus police, yesterday afternoon, a man was on the steps of the Pence Union building, also known as the Pub, collecting signatures for a petition when he started arguing with students and using racial slurs. According to police, things escalated and the man threatened to come back with his friends and shoot those students. At that point, he left campus and did not return. University leaders say they do not believe that this man is a student at EWU and have not released what exactly that petition was that he was trying to get signatures for. University President Dr. Sherry McMahon sent out a statement last night applauding students for standing up for their beliefs and trying to de-escalate the situation. The release went on to say this type of behavior towards our students and campus community is unacceptable. While outside visitors to our public spaces do have the right to exercise their freedom of speech, the university does not tolerate verbal or physical threats, whether explicit or implied. And that release did go on to say that they are committed to the safety of the campus community. The man is described as 6 feet tall with reddish blonde hair and a red beard. He was wearing a Gonzaga t-shirt, red shorts, and tennis shoes at the time of the fight. Police are asking anyone with information to contact EWU police. We have the information on our website, KXLY.com. Reporting in studio, Natalie Grant, 4 News Now.
Thank you, Natalie. Let's take a live look now at One Spokane Stadium, where Ferris High School's football team is taking on Central Valley. I just looked at a picture from a parent who is sitting out there, and it just looks fabulous with that pink sunset behind. I mean, what an awesome game. And we're going to have highlights from this game and a whole lot more on Friday Night Sports Extra starting at 11 o'clock. But Chris, the weather couldn't be better.
Yes, and that beautiful sky as well. Even if you're not heading out to the game, it is a gorgeous night to be out and about. We do have some big changes coming in the forecast, but a little more of this to enjoy. Wow, here's a live picture looking to the southwest here from our station at 500 West Boone Avenue at that gorgeous sky right now. Check that out. Football goers, you will have a beautiful night. We'll be in the 60s through 8 o'clock, upper 50s at 9, 55 degrees at 10 with mostly clear skies. Just those few clouds making for a pretty sunset. Those clouds will continue to stream through the evening. Will be partly cloudy overnight, but should be clearing out for a sunny start to the day on Saturday. Here are 4 things to know about your weather. A warm and sunny Saturday. We will not really start to see the changes until we get into Sunday, but the clouds will be increasing late in the day. We have some light rain on Sunday and a drop in our temperatures. The big cool down, however, comes next week, and that includes the possibility of our first hard freeze in Spokane, and wouldn't rule out a snowflake or two. I'll tell you all about it coming up in just a few minutes. Kirsten.
Thank you, Chris. Spokane County Fire District 8 has released photos and a video of the prescribed burn near Cheney that filled the air with smoke yesterday. The fire district says the goals of these burns are to reduce future wildfire risk by decreasing overgrowth and increasing biodiversity. Well, we're going to get a break from the constant closures on the Maple Street Bridge this weekend. The city announcing 1 lane will be open in each direction until Sunday. The bridge has been under construction for months, and the city hopes to be completely done and all reopened by mid-November. Meade is about to get more crowded in the coming years. Several large plots of land are being sold to retailers, medical groups, and home developers. It's expected to transform the area in the near future. It's being called the Northgate Project. And these projects will line the Newport Highway right near the Costco there. In total, close to 400 acres will be transformed. Jordan Smith shows us what could be coming your way.
Well, the urban hub of this area is the Costco. You can see it is a magnet for the cars filing in and out here behind me. But this area is about to get a whole lot busier with the addition of new retailers, a new housing development, and a new medical facility opening up right next door. That scenic rural drive along Newport Highway is going to be transformed with some urban developments. Right next to Costco, get ready for 60 acres of retail development. The idea is to hopefully bring in more foot traffic to the north side, especially when the north-south corridor is eventually completed.
You know, people will venture up this way a lot more, depending on what uses, commercial uses are going to be put up there. This is going to create a lot more convenience for the people that live on the north side.
Ryan Oberg helped in selling some of this land. He thinks that this part of town will turn into the premier place to get shopping taken care of. Adjacent to Costco, a 300-acre lot will be home to about 1,400 new housing units in an urban mixed-use neighborhood known as the Meade Works Development, bringing in housing opportunities to a city in desperate need of them. Though maybe the biggest addition is the 30 acres of land purchased by Multicare right next door to Costco, adding some more medical availability to a rural area of town. These projects won't happen overnight, but the roots are starting to form in this long-term plan to transform North Spokane.
It's going to take some time, but hopefully by the end of next year, you're going to see some things being announced and some construction going on.
Jordan Smith, 4 News Now.
Still ahead in sports, we take a trip down memory lane, a look at the last time Washington State defeated Oregon ahead of tomorrow's big matchup.
4 News Now on your time with Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Save your greed!
The tradition continues. BECU presents Beanie Night when WSU takes on Stanford November 4th. Attend the game and check out BECU's new beanie creation, free for all Coug fans. WSU battles Stanford and BECU Beanie Night November 4th in Pullman.
At Just Between Friends, you'll find everything you need for your family. It's all here.
I've been shopping in JBF since my kids were little, and we just love it.
Is the one-stop shop for everything that you need for your kids and your grandkids.
I'm a first-time mom. I got a lot of clothing, shoes. I got a changing table. It's been a lot of fun.
Such a blessing to be able to shop, sell, and save at JBF. This has been a game changer for our family.
Just Between Friends at the Kootenai County Fairgrounds this weekend.
At Coeur d'Alene Honda, the waiting is over.
We have new Hondas in stock and ready for delivery. Plus, they all come with a lifetime warranty.
Come check out the all-new Honda CR-V and Accord hybrids.
Or maybe you're wanting the new Honda Ridgeline or newly designed Honda Pilot.
Whether you want a new car, van, or SUV, we have them in stock.
Family owned and operated in beautiful Coeur d'Alene, Idaho for over 55 years.
And don't forget about our lifetime warranty.
Visit us at our website, cdahonda.com.
Property crime increasing. Shootings in our parks. Homelessness crisis getting worse. Spokane, it doesn't have to be this way. Safer neighborhoods, a vibrant downtown, and people in need getting real help. That's my vision for our future. I'm Kim Please, candidate for Spokane City Council President. I'm a new voice for Spokane, and I'm asking for your vote.
Do you have property damage? Burke's Restoration provides full-service emergency response for residential and commercial disasters. Wind damage? Burke's can handle that. Is flooding your problem? Burke's Restoration knows just what to do. Fire or smoke damage? Call Burke's today. You didn't plan on a disaster, but you have a choice on who restores it. Choose the best. Burke's Restoration takes care of fire, smoke, wind, or water damage and more. Tell your insurance company you choose Burke's Restoration. Call or click today.
The tradition continues. BECU presents Beanie Night when WSU takes on Stanford November 4th. Attend the game and check out BECU's new beanie creation, free for all Coug fans. WSU battles Stanford and BECU Beanie Night November 4th in Pullman.
Let's take
take a trip down memory lane, shall we? Welcome into sports. I'm Julian Minensum. It was 5 years ago today when Washington State upset Oregon in front of a sold-out crowd in Pullman. It would go down as one of the most memorable games in program history. Washington State was led by Gardner Minshew, who threw 4 touchdowns on the way to a Cougar victory. Minshew mania was then alive and well. Fast forward to now. The Cougars and Ducks will meet again, this time in Eugene on Saturday, and Washington State is looking to recapture some of that magic from 5 years ago.
And then after the game, I just started thinking, man, I think I made the right choice coming here, man. You know, man, I love it here. Man, I love these guys on this team. I do anything for them. They do anything for me. So, yeah, I'm just proud to be a Cougar right here.
Man, the Aviators say it all for Mr. Minshew right there. Kickoff between the Cougs and Ducks is at 12:30 tomorrow, and you can catch the game right here on KXLY. Eastern Washington will host Weber State for homecoming tomorrow. The Eagles will look to rebound after a heartbreaking 1-point loss to Idaho State last week, but it won't be easy. The Eagles have lost to Weber State 4 straight times, including the last 2 in Cheney.
We know they're going to come in and give us their best shot, and that's exactly what we're going to give them. And I have the utmost confidence in the guys on this team to prepare the right way and prepare for a team that's going to come in and have a slugfest with us.
And kickoff for that one is at 4 o'clock tomorrow from the Red, Roos Field in Cheney. Now, we're in the final stretch of the high school football season, and teams are either playing for a state title or playing for pride. Across the street at One Spokane Stadium, Ferris was hoping to salvage the rest of its season, taking on Central Valley. Both teams sitting at 2-5, trying to end these last few weeks on a high note. And this is a high note for Ferris right here. Fareed Lawal is their go-to guy, and he shows why. The Saxons get the first down there, but they would ultimately miss the field goal attempt. So Central Valley, they'll take over, and it'll be their quarterback, Bo Reisenauer, looking for somebody, but he's going to get sacked behind the line of scrimmage as Ferris will take over. But Dallas Parrish of Central Valley says, not today. You do that to my quarterback, I'm doing that to your quarterback. The sack and the forced fumble. Ferris would recover, but Central Valley, they're in the lead in this one right now, 7-0 early on. We'll have an update for you tonight on Friday Night Sports Extra. And don't forget to tune into the show tonight at 11 o'clock. We will have all the top plays and performances from this week in high school football. That'll wrap us up for sports.
It's my favorite day of the week for many reasons, but that is probably the first. And as Julian just mentioned, the Eagles will be hosting their 100th homecoming game tomorrow. But the university's been celebrating all week long. Today, the school held a reunion for the class of 70 through 73. We spoke to 2 alumni who've been friends for decades. They say while the campus has changed a lot over the years, one thing remains the same.
To see Eastern be unique, really unique. It's a small college, has a good academic reputation, but the best thing of it is the people who care so much.
The game kicks off tomorrow afternoon, and you'll want to stick around after the game for some post-game fireworks.
And the weather is going to be perfect for Kathy and Gail and all the Eastern fans. Temperatures close to 60 degrees at kickoff time, and just beautiful weather leading up to the game. Will be dry at fireworks time. Great day to go down to Moscow as well to watch the Idaho Vandals play. And of course, the leaves in Moscow, just gorgeous. I'll be back with some changes in the 7-day forecast after the break.
Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Coeur d'Alene Wigs.
There's nothing worse than politicians who say one thing then do another. Like Lisa Brown, who said,
people care about crime. They want people who break laws to be held accountable by our law enforcement system. I believe that.
Brown's actual record, she gave our tax dollars to the Bail Project of Spokane, which bails out violent offenders. Brown gave a $50,000 grant to Lataxion, a felon convicted of murder. We can't trust Lisa Brown to keep Spokane safe.
Did you know Idaho high school seniors graduating next spring are eligible for up to $8,000 in grant money for career training and education through Idaho Launch? Funds can be used to cover the cost of apprenticeships, job training, community college, and university programs that lead to in-demand careers. Funds are limited. Apply today. Students choose their own path, and Idaho Launch helps pay for it. Idaho Launch. Support in every direction.
Experience the breathtaking production that leaves both audiences and critics awestruck. Les Miserables.
November 14th through 19th at First Interstate Center for the Arts. Tickets available at BroadwaySpokane.com.
Why join UFCW 3000? I'm the lead person when we negotiate with employers for better wages, benefits, and working conditions.
I'm an essential worker.
During the pandemic, we couldn't work remotely.
We are workers in grocery stores,
healthcare, retail, and packing plants.
Thanks, UFCW 3000.
Our website can both answer your questions and connect you with our team who can help you explore your union opportunities.
Next ET. We're with Cher talking about her first holiday album ever.
Out of nowhere.
And musical collab with her man.
It was meant to be.
Next ET.
Watch 4 News now at 6 and Entertainment Tonight at 7:30.
GMA Monday, John Stamos, the revealing and deeply personal new interview. The dark secrets of his childhood, his struggles with alcohol and addiction, and his relationships. John Stamos live, Monday morning on ABC's Good Morning America.
The weekend is here, and you might want to front load your outdoor fun into the first part of the weekend. We will see mostly sunny to partly sunny skies at a high of 70 degrees. That's 15 degrees above average. We're going to drop 10 degrees by Sunday with a chance of showers. My confidence in our cooling trend in the forecast is very strong. My confidence that we are going to see much rain on Sunday, if any, is starting to decrease a little bit as we get subsequent computer model runs in. I don't think we're going to have a whole lot of moisture to work with. Let's take a look at our forecast radar. Starting off at our current time, we'll have some clouds streaming through. Here's 7 o'clock in the morning tomorrow. Mostly sunny skies. As we get into the evening, we'll see the clouds increase and we start to see our first chance of showers around 11 o'clock. Fairly good chance we're going to see some rain in the Northeast Mountains, the Palouse, the Central Panhandle. Same is true, but right through the I-90 corridor, it just seems to want to miss us through the day on Sunday. Here's 8 a.m. on Sunday with rain to our south, rain to our north, but dry in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. And the showers never do show up on this particular model. Or this. This is the look at our forecast rain totals through Sunday evening with close to 1/10 of an inch in Pullman, St. Mary's, 2/10 of an inch in Lewiston, but just a few sprinkles, very light, barely measurable rain through the Northeast Mountains and North Idaho. Stay tuned for updates on that. Again, my confidence in the cool down is strong. Let's track our weather pattern. First upper level trough displaces our ridge of high pressure for Sunday. Then we get a little bit of break on Monday, but then we have this system swooping down along the Canada coast for Wednesday. That's going to cool things down even further, giving us the chance of our first hard frost and just a whisper of a chance of snow. It's not impressive. 1/10 of an inch, there is a 10% chance that we see that snow Wednesday morning in the I-90 corridor. An inch of snow, only a 3% chance. So the odds are we are not going to see it. Overnight lows tonight will be in the 40s. High temperatures tomorrow in the 70s in most locations around the region. Then we drop into the 60s for Sunday, and then we drop into the 50s as we get into the work week, and even the 40s as we head into the end of next week. Got the possibility of a hard freeze as we get into the end of next work week. Although the computer models in a little bit of disagreement on that, but we'll talk more about that later. And I'll have some fall foliage updates for you as well, Kirsten.
I know that our producer, Steven, is paying close attention to any trace of snow.
Yeah, a lot of people are. Yes, Steven, I'm working on it for you.
Thank you, Chris. Well, federal forecasters have released a new report that points to a classic El Nino winter. CNN's Karen Caifa explains the areas that will have an especially snowy winter.
You don't have to swap your pumpkin spice latte for a snow shovel just yet, but if you are looking ahead, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, or NOAA, forecasts a winter with the potential for some powerful snowstorms in some parts of the country and maybe some drought relief where it is needed. Winter will be wetter and warmer in parts of the U.S. thanks to El Nino, a natural ocean and weather pattern in the tropical Pacific.
What typically can happen in those cases is that the U.S. And Alaska is impacted by much more air of Pacific Ocean origin, which is generally warmer.
That forecast, according to the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, or NOAA. But John Gottschalk of NOAA's Climate Prediction Center says you should still unpack the winter coats.
There will be certainly periods of below normal temperatures. There'll be those Arctic outbreaks. What we're saying basically is more that there may be less of them and of shorter duration potentially this year.
And the snow boots. El Nino brings the potential for more precipitation, especially in the northeast, where it could deliver 2 or 3 major snowstorms. And above average precipitation as rain, snow, or icy mix that's forecast from the plains to the southwest could be welcomed after a summer of extreme drought.
Overall, it could be very much a needed benefit relief for the drought conditions that are occurring in those areas.
Looking back on hallmarks of recent El Nino winters, the 2018-19 season saw the wettest winter on record for the U.S. mainland, according to NOAA, and a very strong El Nino during the 2015-16 winter contributed to the warmest winter on record for the U.S. mainland. The El Nino of 2009 and 2010 was actually forecast roughly with similar strength to the one this winter. The southern and central U.S. actually felt a good bit of cold during that season, and the Northeast got socked with blizzards in rapid succession. Here in D.C., we called that Snowmageddon. In Washington, I'm Karen Kafa.
2 American hostages are now safe in Israel after being held hostage by Hamas. Why they were in Israel and the Secretary of State's promise to hundreds still in captivity. Next on 4 News Now at 6.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
It's the new Coeur d'Alene Nissan Service and Parts Center. We're ready to keep your car in the best condition possible so you can drive with confidence. From express service to more advanced diagnostics and repairs, our certified technicians deliver expert service and advice. We also have an inventory of factory Nissan parts. You can personalize your vehicle with accessories tailored to your Nissan. Parts and service at the new Coeur d'Alene Nissan right off Highway 95.
There is a place where magic seems to hide around every corner, where cherished memories are born in twinkling snowflakes, where enchanting adventures await all who explore. Where is this real-life winter wonderland? Nestled by the lake is Coeur d'Alene's Holiday Light Show, an experience you will never forget. Discover Santa's all-new North Pole with holiday getaways starting at only $250.
The most important issue in this mayor's race? Crime and public safety. I'm Nadine Woodward. We cannot let Spokane become Seattle. It's why I increased police patrols, opened new precincts, and got dangerous offenders off the streets with our Violent Crimes Task Force. My opponent? She's helped fund criminals and is supported by anti-police activists. I'm proud to be endorsed by law enforcement. I'm Nadine Woodward, and I approve this message. Let's make crime illegal again.
Honey, that was my brother. Can we bring him dinner tomorrow? He's been having a hard time since his accident.
Of course. I know it's been tough. There's so many costs that his insurance doesn't even cover.
I know. The ramp to his front door, transportation, meal preparation. What if something happens to one of us?
We should plan to sit down soon. We can look through the long-term care benefits that we're earning with WA Cares.
Find out how the WA Cares Fund can help.
Spokane Tribe Casino brings American actor and comedian David Spade to Spokane Live Saturday, October 21st. Tickets are available online now at SpokaneTribeCasino.com.
It's chilly. Maybe I'll get my windbreaker.
Don't miss David Spade, October 21st, live at Spokane Tribe Casino, Airway Heights, Washington.
Meanwhile, we're in the back like, help us!
Entertainment without limits.
4 News Now is brought to you by Craig Swap & Associates.
This is 59-year-old Judith Ronan and her 17-year-old daughter Natalie from Illinois. They are now safe with the Red Cross after being captured by Hamas and held hostage. According to their family, they were in Israel for a relative's birthday party when Hamas attacked. They are just two of the hundreds of people held hostage since the Hamas-Israel war began. The U.S. Secretary of State saying the Biden administration is working on freeing the rest of the captives.
What I shared with the families, as the president did as well, is that the entire United States government will work every minute of every day to secure their release, to bring their loved ones home.
We need to warn you that some of the images and details in this next story are extremely graphic and may be hard to see or hear. Israeli politicians are peeling back the curtain on what a ground invasion into Gaza would look like. ABC's Mike Valerio has the story.
Blasts cut through the darkness of the occupied West Bank as Israel Defense Forces search for alleged Hamas operatives. Israel is now warning a ground invasion of Gaza is imminent.
Our troops are ready, equipped, prepared, and armed with both ammunition and a clear mission.
The European Union is now concerned the war will overflow into other parts of the world.
The risk of a regional spillover is real. And this is exactly what Hamas was hoping to achieve. And this can derail the recent and historic rapprochement between Israel and its Arab neighbors.
Now, with fears of a humanitarian crisis in Gaza spiraling out of control, Egypt has opened the gates to the Rafah crossing. Crews are repairing and repaving roads as humanitarian aid vehicles sit and wait to enter.
The shortages are going to kill many people. It's absolutely life or death at this point.
Israel reports around 200 hostages are in the Gaza Strip, including bodies of dead loved ones being held for ransom. A majority of the hostages are believed to be alive.
All people abducted by Hamas and Islamic Jihad and in Gaza, they have to be unconditionally and immediately released. Holding hostages this way is a war crime.
I'm Mike Valerio reporting.
Well, Feast World Kitchen in downtown Spokane is hosting a fundraiser for Palestinians in Gaza. Many employees are Arab Americans who say they are heartbroken watching the violence unfold back home. Bronte Saratsky shows us how they're using food to help.
Chefs here at Feast World Kitchen say they were tired of feeling helpless watching the horrible images come in amid this war in the Middle East. And they say they're showing their support the best way they know how, with food.
I feel so bad about what's going on. We need more peace in this world.
While wanting peace for those impacted by violence in the Middle East, chefs decided to dedicate an entire day to serve Palestinian and other Middle Eastern dishes.
Falafel, we have musakhan, it's a Palestinian dish, maklouba.
The fundraiser was planned just this week as a way to help the innocent civilians wrapped up in this violence.
Everyone as a human should be angry right now. Inside of them, how we can express about our anger, about humanity.
Many chefs at Feast are Arab American who say they are heartbroken to see so many innocent lives lost.
It's just painful, you know, like I can't imagine something happened to one of my kids, and I want everyone to be in safe and peace.
100% of the proceeds from every meal served here today will be going towards the Palestinian branch of the Red Cross. Reporting in Spokane, Bronte Saratsky, 4 News Now.
And still ahead, Saving Spokane's Children, the local nonprofit that is asking for your help to protect more kids in the Inland Northwest from abuse.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
At Just Between Friends, you'll find everything you need for your family. It's all here.
I've been shopping in JBF since my kids were little, and we just love it.
Is the one-stop shop for everything that you need for your kids and your grandkids.
I'm a first-time mom. I got a lot of clothing, shoes, I got a changing table. It's been a lot of fun.
Such a blessing to be able to shop, sell, and save at JBF. This has been a game changer for our family.
Just Between Friends at the Kootenai County Fairgrounds this weekend.
It's time for 4 News Now's Coats for Kids. Just drop off new or gently used coats at any of our sponsored locations. We'll bring them to Alsco for professional cleaning, then get them out to local children in need. Donate to Coats for Kids through October 31st.
Your locally owned Papa Murphy's is proud to be part of Coats for Kids this year.
Now through the end of October, bring in a coat donation to any Eastern Washington or North Idaho Papa Murphy's location.
And receive a $4 off coupon good for any large or family-sized pizza.
Flooring is not forever. Are you tired of stains, traffic patterns, chips, dents, scratches, and the smells? Shop for the perfect flooring for your life, whether you need carpet, laminate, or hardwood. Great Floors is here to help you reinvent your space. We're celebrating Karastan Month in October by offering incredible discounts on Karastan carpet and hardwood flooring. Ask about our in-house 0% 12-month financing. Visit a Great Floors today and spend the winter on Great Floors.
The fall savings are still on this week at all Walker's Furniture and Mattress stores with some of the best deals of the season, where you can save anywhere from 15 to 40% off many of our top name brands, or take advantage of special 5 years financing with no money down. So you can shop the amazing special offers today and pay for it later, making it the perfect time to furnish your life for less during the final days of fall savings this week at Walker's.
5 stars. All rise for To Kill a Mockingbird. Unmissable and unforgettable. A mockingbird for our moment. Beautiful, elegiac, satisfying, even exhilarating. A New York Times Critics Pick. Mockingbird is now the most successful American play in Broadway history. All rise for Aaron Sorkin's great play. Richard Thomas is Atticus Finch in Harper Lee's To Kill a Mockingbird.
December 5th through 10th at First Interstate Center for the Arts. Tickets at BroadwaySpokane.com.
Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now at 6:30.
In 2021, 1,820 kids died in the U.S. from abuse and neglect. That's according to the National Children's Alliance. And that's why groups like Spokane's own Vanessa Behan are providing a safe spot to land for both kids and caregivers who need extra support. Natalie Grant shines a light on why this program is so essential to our community and how they still need your help to keep Spokane's kids safe.
Sometimes life gets hard, especially for parents in a crisis situation, not knowing where to turn next.
I struggle a lot with my anxiety, and I have BPD as well, so it's like, I don't know, I'm a roller coaster of emotions, if you will.
For the past year, Kelsey Roop has taken her 2 children to Vanessa Behan when life's challenges grew too big.
I was in a bad relationship, a pretty abusive relationship, and sometimes it could be every other day. I try not to call too often because I want to spend time with him, but my anxiety sometimes is like so up here that I don't know how to control that, so I definitely utilize them a lot.
Vanessa Behan is open 24 hours a day to accept babies and kids up to 12 years old who need a safe place to be cared for and supported.
If there's a flood in the house, if there's a death in the family, if there's been a car accident, if the finances aren't going to meet that month and you're just overwhelmed, before you take it out on your child or before you parent in a way that you just are distracted from their care, give us a call.
Amy Vega, the executive director at Vanessa Behan, says the overall goal is to provide kids immediate refuge from abuse while simultaneously supporting parents and families, making sure they are not alone on their parenting journey.
But this isn't just for families who are abusive and neglectful, right? The idea is that we're preventing that. And so we want parents to call us when there's an emergency and they don't know where else to turn, so that they can focus on whatever that situation is and allow their children just that simple joy of being a child.
Vanessa Behan is unlike any other facility in our area. And over the years, as their facility has grown, so has the local need.
Families are becoming closer to the margin. The stress is getting bigger. The difficulty in raising children is harder. There's just so many pressures on a parent.
According to the staff at Vanessa Behan, in July of this year, they had almost 700 visits from kids coming into their space. Still, they had to turn away almost 600 other families who asked for their help. And it's not because they didn't have the space, but rather the funding.
We've got about a $4 million gap between what we're doing today and what it would take to be at capacity. We've got the space. We just need to scale and grow. We've got to stop asking our kids and our families to wait. We've got to figure this out and figure out how we can grow our budget so that we can meet that demand.
Vanessa Behan is privately funded, meaning they rely on community donations that can oftentimes be a lifeline for kids in the inland Northwest.
We are nearing 40 years of doing this work, and it wouldn't happen if this community didn't say, we're in this together. These are our children, and we all have a responsibility.
According to Vega, investing in these children early on plays a big role in the future of our community.
The things that we're dealing with in this community as far as needing to build a new jail, or the homelessness downtown, or the crime rates, or domestic violence, the substance misuse, that stems from trauma in childhood. So instead of investing in those things 20, 30 years down the road, if we get it right and invest in our children early, we won't deal with that down the road.
And for the people like Kelsey who need these services, when you ask them what they would do without it,
There's nothing else really out there that offers that support. So I don't know, honestly.
Now, in a couple weeks, not this weekend, but next weekend, Vanessa Behan's hosting their largest fundraiser of the year, the Pumpkin Ball, and it's hosted by these two lovely ladies over here, hoping to drum up some funds for them. Should be a fun night.
It's my first time. Chris, you've done it many times.
Yes, it is a tradition every fall in the inland Northwest, and people show up and really support such a tremendous organization who's needed more than ever.
Yeah. And the same sentiment was echoed last year when I spoke with a parent. What would you do without this organization? I don't know. There isn't another option.
Yeah, absolutely. It just really speaks to the need in this community. And they said that they can double, but they just need the funding for it. And an important point, too, if you can't make it to the Pumpkin Ball, they say they do accept donations year-round, whether that's writing a check or if you just have some spare diapers laying around your house or formula. Those are two things that they say that they always are in need of donations of. So you can always just drop by and drop those off. They would really appreciate it as well.
Yeah, it's not just when you're in crisis. It's when you need help.
Yes,
They're
absolutely.
there for the whole parenting journey. Thank you so much,
Thank
Natalie.
you.
All right. Well, here are 4 things to know about your weather. It is going to be a warm, sunny Saturday. The clouds will be increasing late. We have the possibility of some light rain on Sunday. A very good chance that it's going to be dramatically cooler, particularly as we get into next week. We do have a few clouds streaming through the region this evening, just enough to make a spectacular sunset. There's still a little bit of light in the sky. It is just gorgeous after high temperatures today in the 70s in most locations, 75 in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. Not quite a record in Spokane. Our record is 77, but we did set a record yesterday. We hit 76. 61 in Bonners Ferry, 70 in Sandpoint, 72 in Lewiston. Temperatures currently are still close to 70 degrees in many locations. A very mild night, and those clouds that are streaming through will help keep our temperatures from plummeting. In fact, we're going to be about 10 degrees above average for our overnight low. We'll be down in the 40s, heading to a high of 70 tomorrow. A little bit cooler. 55, however, is our average high. Clouds will increase late in the day, and that is just the beginning of some big changes. I'll explain in just a few minutes. Kirsten.
Thanks so much, Chris. Well, data from a new CDC report shows that getting the COVID-19 vaccine is still crucial for older adults. Between January and August of this year, 62% of all COVID hospitalizations were of people at least 65 years old, and just 23% of that group had received last fall's bivalent vaccine. In this University of Washington School of Medicine interview, one doctor says getting vaccinated can start with recognizing your risk.
COVID-19 is a huge impact on older communities. It's contributing to a lot of morbidity and mortality. So particularly in the environment that I practice in, I work in nursing homes. And so still, these patients are incredibly sick and ill when they contract COVID-19, and they're incredibly susceptible to it.
And doctors are encouraging everyone to get the new vaccine as prevention for both themselves and their community. Here's what people are clicking on most on KXLY.com. A Home Depot could soon replace the Shopco on the South Hill that's been closed for years. That's according to pre-development documents from the city of Spokane. It would be located right off of South Regal near 44th Street. It would cost about $20 million to build. Some say they're excited to have a Home Depot closer to home.
It's 5 miles to get down to Home Depot, and the fact that it's so close to Costco means you're fighting with the Costco people for parking area down there. Up here it should be a lot better.
According to engineering firm Lars Anderson and Associates, this has been in the works for about 3 to 4 years. To see why some are concerned about increased traffic and what the city's plan will be to prevent it, look for this story on KXLY.com. An Ohio representative dropping out of the race for Speaker of the House after not getting enough votes for the third time. House Republicans are now looking for a new nominee. ABC's Ika Jachi has more.
House Republicans deciding to move on from Jim Jordan as their candidate for Speaker following a secret ballot vote.
They were going to move forward with a new Speaker nominee.
This after Republicans rejected Jordan's bid for Speaker of the House for the third time earlier today.
A Speaker has not been elected.
This time, Jordan losing the support of 25 Republicans, 3 more than his second vote, and 5 additional holdouts since his bid for Speaker began.
We'll have to go back to the drawing board.
We need to come together and figure out who our Speaker is going to be. I'm going to work as hard as I can to help that individual.
Democrats united in their opposition. House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries saying it's time for House Republicans to embrace bipartisanship.
We're serious about partnering with House Republicans in a reasonable way to do the business of the American people.
Republican holdouts were firm in their opposition, especially those at the center of ongoing threats from some of Jordan's supporters. Lawmakers like Congressman Don Bacon, who says he and his wife have been receiving threatening voicemails since he voiced his opposition to Jordan.
It's time for Mr. Jordan, who I have no personal animus towards, it's time for him to step down. Get somebody with a clean slate with no baggage.
Jordan tells ABC News the threats were terrible and there's no place for that kind of behavior. House Republicans say there could be a candidate for Speaker as soon as next week, adding that vote can come as early as Tuesday. Ika Jachi, ABC News, Washington.
Still ahead, we are soaring above one local ski spot to get you pumped for the start of ski season as our temperatures are starting to cool. That's coming up next on 4 News Now at 6:30.
This is one unbelievable story of betrayal, infidelity, reports of a stalker, a secret lover, and a husband with dark secrets.
Like, you can't believe it.
The all-new 2020 David Muir, Deborah Roberts, tonight on ABC.
Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Mechanics Pride.
My mom.
My son. My brother.
I needed
mental health care.
And job training.
Gun violence prevention.
Substance use treatment. Not more jail cells.
Not more jail cells.
Spokane County Measure 1 increases our sales tax by $1.7 billion.
Giving politicians a blank check to fund a massive new jail we don't need.
And won't make Spokane safer.
Let's invest in solutions that help families and improve safety.
Join neighbors across Spokane.
Vote no on Measure 1.
We love our house, but lately we've been feeling a little cramped.
So we talked to ICCU about a new home loan. The process was super quick, and we got a really great rate.
We start house hunting tomorrow.
Preferably something with a bigger garage.
Every Friday in the tank.
15 years, never seen anything like this.
New dreams come true.
I'm trying to build a legacy for my family.
That's the beauty of Shark Tank.
I didn't know I was gonna cry right now.
I believe in you.
Shark Tank, new tonight on ABC.
Did you know Idaho high school seniors graduating next spring are eligible for up to $8,000 in grant money for career training and education through Idaho Launch? Funds can be used to cover the cost of apprenticeships, job training, community college, and university programs that lead to in-demand careers. Funds are limited. Apply today. Students choose their own path, and Idaho Launch helps pay for it. Idaho Launch. Support in every direction.
Blinded by the light.
Wow.
Next, Inside Edition. Brighter car headlights coming straight at you. The blinding glare.
Oh my gosh, if that car was coming towards me, I would be temporarily blinded.
Why experts say the problem is getting worse and what can be done about it. Then, the super football fan the whole country is talking about.
Is she an actress or the real deal? Next, Inside Edition.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Inside Edition at 7.
Well, very soon, this iconic downtown Spokane building will be home to the Blue Door Theater, an improv group that's called the Garland District home for the last 20 years. The group has grown exponentially over the years and needs more room to accommodate. So the new space is more than 3 times as large as their old one.
Experience will be completely different, and we'll have new formats that people have not seen before. Our long form shows on Friday, and then we have our short form shows on Saturday. I think it'll also be easier the way we're going to set it up for performers to interact or move among the audience if they so choose.
The theater group could start using this new space as soon as January 2nd.
How fun. Speaking of so much fun, I've got this video that I received today that I love. Actually, 2 videos, brother and sister. We've got Cora, age 10, on the left, Colson, age 5, on the right, jumping into a giant pile of perfectly dried and raked maple leaves. Isn't this what childhood in the fall is all about? Unless you have 3 dogs, just a tip. How much fun. I love this video. It made my Friday. If I were going to do some raking, I might think about it because we do have some wet weather coming. I know there's a lot of raking to be done. And if you want to get out and enjoy our absolutely stunning fall foliage this year, this would be the weekend to do it. A lot of places have already starting to peak or have been past peak in some of our northern areas, and we have the potential for a pretty good freeze as we get into the end of next week. This is our chance of freezing conditions, temperatures 32 or below as we get into next week. We're at 15% Wednesday, 30% Thursday morning. It goes up to 35 Friday and 40% on Saturday. That's right through the I-90 corridor. Obviously, in some of those northern sheltered valleys, you are long past your freeze, but the coolest it's been so far in Spokane has been 39. That isn't even our average. Now, there is a bit of disagreement in our computer models. In fact, a very wide range of possible scenarios in those temperatures as we get into next week. And it really has to do with whether or not we have cloud cover at night. If we have the clouds, we're going to be quite a bit warmer than if we do not. This white line is our average low, which is dropping down into the lower 30s by this time next week. Our range in possible solutions in our computer models go all the way from the mid 40s down into the 20s. So if you are still trying to keep a plant or 2 going, you might want to check back frequently or download the 4 News Now First Alert weather app to keep tabs on that evolving forecast. We are cooling down. That is what we have a tremendous amount of confidence in. Could have highs only in the 40s by this time next week. This black line right here is average, but tomorrow it is going to be 70 with sunshine. We'll see the clouds increasing late in the day. Possibility of some light rain on Sunday and then a break on Monday. More wet weather coming in Tuesday and Wednesday, but right now it looks like any precipitation that we get will be very light. Kirsten.
And that app is going to be handy. Great suggestion. Thank you, Chris. Well, with the weather starting to cool next week, anticipation is starting to build for the start of ski and snowboard season. So to get you pumped, we are giving you a bird's eye view of the slopes near the Idaho-Montana border. Let's go for a ride on the Air 4 drone over Lookout Pass.
We're at Lookout Pass here today, and we're enjoying an awesome day, and conditions are just sweet. Lookout's a very family-friendly area. We've been operating, we're the oldest ski area in Idaho since 1935, and we've been operating continuously ever since. It's just been nice, easy terrain, a nice mix of terrain, but what's really exciting is what we have coming on in the future with the expansion of the back bowl. High-quality snow, averaging over 400 inches a year. The past 2 years, we've had 462 and 502 inches. We do not have any snowmaking, but I will say that we've been blessed by Mother Nature and Old Man Winter because it falls from the heavens. We have terrain that's challenging for both skiers and snowboarders. We have some terrain parks that are nice and fun. We've got one of the longest natural half pipes on the mountain. It's an old drainage from a mine at the top. It's called Rolling Thunder. A lot of our senior skiers really like this easy transition from the parking lot. They can literally walk on a flat surface, no steps, no stairs, right to the lift, start skiing. Kind of going up the chairlift line, just a little off to the left side of the chairlift line is known as the Idaho face, and the other side is known as the Montana face because that's the dividing line between the two states. Everything on the mountain's open, so that you just got to get here and have fun.
Well, if that wasn't fun, I don't know what is. This is really inspiring. If you need some new gear or you want to swap out some of your old ski or snowboard stuff, you'll want to check out the Mount Spokane Ski Patrol Ski Swap next weekend. It's going to be held at the Spokane County Fairgrounds and Expo Center on the 28th and 29th. And there you can find thousands of new and used skis, snowboards, clothing, and kids gear. Here's a look at ABC's primetime lineup tonight.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
So you want somewhere to play? We got you. A nice relaxing stay? We got you. Wanna be entertained? We got you. Wanna play golf all day? We got you. Go to Lake Casino. Winning is just the beginning. So you're looking for something to do? We got you. Want some tasty food? We got you. Heard you wanna do some shopping? We got you. The live music is always popping at the Go to Lake Casino. At the Go to Lake Casino. Go to Lake Casino. Winning is just the beginning.
Hondas are piggy banks on wheels. Stylish, athletic piggy banks that save you money at every glorious turn. Legendary fuel efficiency, famous for its resale value, and now with great deals including 2 years complimentary maintenance, it's your chance to get into America's best value brand. So start saving money and drive happy as a pig in Sear Inland Northwest Honda dealer today. Honda can handle it.
Can we trust Betsy Wilkerson to do the right thing for Spokane? First, Wilkerson voted to defund police drug investigations. You heard that right. Wilkerson voted to defund drug investigations. Then Wilkerson voted against barring homeless encampments within 1,000 feet of schools, parks, and playgrounds. So Wilkerson wants homeless camping next to our schools, parks, and playgrounds? We can't trust Betsy Wilkerson to keep our kids safe.
At P1FCU, we're all about celebrating your wins, like finding an extra $10 in the wash. Sweet. Or your team winning the championship.
And it's out of here. Yes! Woo!
Your wins add up, just like earning dividends in an Ascend checking account. So let's celebrate the wins together. Open your account at p1fcu.org/win. P1FCU, your community, your credit union.
Kylie and I are excited to show you the rugged good looks and adventurous spirit of this all-new Subaru Outback.
It has a roomy interior and almost 9 inches of ground clearance that make on- or off-road driving fun.
Plus, Subaru's legendary safety features like symmetrical all-wheel drive and EyeSight driver assist technology.
Visit parkersubaru.com or drop by the dealership to learn about our great selection of vehicles built for adventure, comfort, and safety.
See the Subaru Outback and receive your no-problem customer service at Parker Subaru in beautiful Coeur d'Alene.
4 News Now is brought to you by Old World Christmas.
Well, there will be no shortage of places to play pickleball here in Spokane. Here's a look at the new courts being built in Holmberg Park on the north side. And while it may look done, the city says the court is still curing and any early use could cause damage. So as we're waiting, the city says try out the courts at Bidwell or Prairie View Park instead. A school bus driver in Texas is being called a hero for her quick effort to save a young child's life. All of it caught on camera. ABC's Lara Spencer has more.
This morning, harrowing moments caught on tape when this 7-year-old boy began choking on a Dallas school bus. It all happened as the bus just pulled into this elementary school. Watch as Preston Bell, laughing with other students, then appears to put something in his mouth. Seconds later, he walks up to his bus driver, Raquel Radford Baker, motioning for help.
He appeared to be sick, as if he needed to throw up.
But he wasn't throwing up.
I opened the door, I said, go ahead and throw up. And he turned back to me, and he looked like he was in trouble with breathing.
Raquel carrying Preston off the bus and performing the Heimlich maneuver along the way.
He can't die in my arms. I have to save his life. God help me.
The Dallas bus driver, who is trained in CPR, performing multiple rounds of the Heimlich maneuver until a quarter popped out.
I think she's my hero because she saved my life.
Yesterday, for the first time, Preston and his mom reunited with Raquel.
Thank you so much. I was able to look at her in her eyes and tell her how much I thanked her for saving my son's life that day.
As for Preston, he promises to never put quarters in his mouth again, and he has a message for his beloved bus driver.
I'll see her at the bus stop, always picking me up. She's an angel.
This is one unbelievable story of betrayal, infidelity, reports of a stalker, a secret lover, and a husband with dark secrets.
Like, you can't believe it.
The all-new 2020 David Muir, Deborah Roberts, tonight on ABC.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
With Chevy Silverado and Silverado HD, you can take on the mountains, or you can move them. With the power of up to 36,000 pounds of max available towing and the confidence of an available 13.4-inch diagonal touchscreen. Whatever your mountain, there's a Silverado for you. Get 0% financing, plus make no monthly payments for 90 days on all 2023 Silverado 1500 pickups, or get $3,500 total cash allowance on this Silverado with a Turbo Max engine. See your hometown Chevy dealer today.
What you're seeing today is Dr. Renee Badreau completing a successful eye surgery and the dedicated hours of training in virtual reality that helped make it happen, allowing her to practice surgical techniques to increase access to quality care through immersive environments. These are the ways surgeons with Fundamental VR and Orbis are using the metaverse today.
When you want new carpet, luxury vinyl plank, or hardwood, you need to feel and see it. Hear what people say about the selection at Carpet Barn.
I was thinking, my biggest choice was color. No, there's way more than just choosing color when it comes to carpet.
Their selection is fantastic, and I love the fact that they buy in bulk, and then you get a real good price.
They really know what you want, even if you don't know what you want.
Carpet Barn, designer selection, warehouse prices.
As a skeleton, I used to make a living scaring the pants off people, but I'm older now and less spooky. So I got this commercial gig for Northern Quest's $50,000 Roll the Bones giveaway. You could enter to win your share of $50,000 this month just by playing with your Camus Rewards card. And I can chat up that witch ornament across the street. Nice broom, Ursula.
Thanks, Rick.
Yeah, it's the bristles really match your eyes.
Every year, the crowds go crazy for the Cal Triple Play of the Day, where you can get tricked-out cool trucks or sporty SUVs just in time for winter. And this week, you can delay all payments until next year. Get a minimum $2,000 trade-in value for your old ride, plus get a 2-year service maintenance program with every vehicle sold, which is a triple play opportunity. This week at both Cal locations.
4 News Now is brought to you by the Tin Roof.
Coming up tonight on Nightside, your local sports highlights in our Friday Night Sports Extra. Stay up with us.
Oh, and the sports guys are so thrilled with the weather we've had on these Friday nights. Things are changing. Beautiful tomorrow. We have a chance of showers Sunday. 60 is still above average, 5 degrees, but it is going to keep going down.
It will feel great, though. We will enjoy it.